Welcome to another episode of the Full-Time 15 podcast where we dissect, discuss and debate this week's Premier League fixtures. This week we've got match day 8 and today I am joined by my co-host Robin Oddhammer. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Just from my last night out there, that's cool. I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, I wanted to get, more people, more
Well,
eyes on
okay,
you
whatever.
personally,
We
mate.
got we have loads to discuss this week.
Okay, okay.
Whatever happened start with a Sunday. Today it's been two massive games. It turned
Huge.
out to be, but let's start chronologically as we usually do. So the lunchtime kickoff was Nottingham Forest playing Chelsea at home. And we touched upon this. We spoke in the preview about this game was maybe Postecoglou's last game.
Yep,
Definitely was.
certainly was, mate.
Uh, yeah. But can I just say, Forest didn't really play that badly.
That's the weirdest thing. Yeah.
They had like 6, 7, or 8 like clear cut chances.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really Postecoglou's fault in that respect. But then losing 3-0 still doesn't really it doesn't look good still. But having watched the game, then it's amazing how it actually ended 3-0. How Nottingham didn't score is that is beyond me actually.
Yep. Yeah. 100%. Like you say, it was actually a very, from my point of view, I thought it was a very good performance, especially the first half. And I guess they came out very slow second half, and Chelsea obviously scored a quick goal. And then a second one, I think Sells was at fault for that second goal. And then it obviously the momentum shift, and
Yeah,
the whole ground kind of, I guess, atmosphere changed.
yeah, no, exactly. And when you go 1-0 down with the history now in the last couple of games that Nottingham has had, that sort of energy that you had before just got right out the window. So um, yeah, that's what happened. That's that game in a nutshell.
Yeah, yeah, and another point to, I mean, we don't need to discuss too much because obviously from Forest point of view, they're going to be a completely different team in the next game. Um, with a new manager installed, maybe even Marinakis in the hot seat himself. Who
Interim, yeah.
knows?
Oh yeah, yeah. I read that. I thought
But
it was a joke, but
yeah, but either
let's see
way,
if Benitez comes back then. Yeah.
well, yeah, there's big reports about Benitez. There was some about Roberto Mancini. I think was a name bandied about.
Can you imagine
Um, but
how
listen,
interesting that would be?
very, yeah.
Yeah, but that is just speculation. So for me, we can just leave that and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I don't personally think there'd be many managers jumping at the chance to manage Forest at the moment under the current ownership,
Yeah, exactly. That's
which is, which is crazy to say that a
did
team
you
that's
read?
playing in Europe, in the Premier League, with the history of Forest,
Yeah,
it's a a poison chalice at the moment, one could say, but yeah, I think if we focus a little bit on Chelsea maybe and discuss perhaps the discipline side of Chelsea maybe. They've had, was it 4 red cards in a row now?
not in a row, but I think it was like the fourth or fifth red card in the last 6 or 7 games or so.
Oh, is it not in a?
I don't know.
I thought I read somewhere that was in a row. I mean, I'll do some
Oh,
research quickly. But yeah,
maybe it was. I'm just.
I suppose
Did
they're
they?
counting fucking Maresca at Liverpool as one of those. But
Yeah,
otherwise,
me
they
too.
have had, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I'm counting that one as well. But
João Pedro and
did did
Benfica. Before
did
that,
they? Yeah, but
Chalobah.
against Manchester United, then did they
Um,
get a red card
what,
in that game at all? I don't think so.
what Sanchez inside the first 2 minutes? You mean? Aside from that,
No, no, sorry, the Liverpool game. I mean,
No,
um,
yeah, the Liverpool one was Maresca. Um,
oh, okay, yeah, okay, got you. Yeah,
not that that's but yeah,
okay, no,
four
no,
games.
still
If you
still counts.
yeah, if you include Maresca, it's 4 games in a row. But
Mm.
regardless of that, like you
Okay,
say,
yeah.
if you don't include that, it's still 4 or 5 in the last
Mm.
however many games because of the Sanchez one at United.
Actually, I missed the red card yesterday. I just thought, I looked away for like 3 minutes,
Mm,
saw on the screen they had this red little symbol above the team name.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so fucking it happened again. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was a stupid one. It's just Gusto just made a bit of a rash challenge, and you just think to
Mm.
yourself, yeah, I think they were
Okay.
3-0 up at the time. What is the point? Giving the ref even a choice or a decision to make at that point
Could be
in
that.
time. But
Yeah. Could it be like sports washing or someone having a little something at some bookie somewhere or like a
well, listen, yeah,
super big betting scandal or something.
well, we've had plenty of
Whatever.
those
Yeah.
betting scandals before, mate. So I wouldn't put it past
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
anyone. No,
Yeah. We're gonna talk a little bit about betting today in this episode actually, but that is for the Sunday games.
yep.
Anyway, moving on. Brighton Newcastle.
Brighton and Newcastle, yes. So
2-1 that one ended, and
2-1.
we predicted that a little bit, not exactly like 2-1, but we were speaking about the international break. People like Gumarães, Julinton, traveling from South America, coming back to Newcastle, and Newcastle, like in the northern northern parts of the north,
Northern,
more or
yeah,
less.
deep in the north, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then going down all the way down to the south coast to Brighton. So we were talking a lot about the traveling hours, that they put in. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that was decisive or if that was the whole reason they lost today, but definitely played a part. Uh, I imagine.
Well, you only have to look at the timing of the goal for it. It's a late goal, lack of concentration, perhaps. Could it be? All those
Exactly.
factors you just mentioned
Hmm.
taken into account.
Also, Welbeck scored again. I
Mm,
mean, he,
got
he he
himself a
keeps
double, mate.
scoring. Mate. What a machine he is!
Hey, talk about machines, mate. We'll get onto another one in a minute
Yeah, 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 yeah.
in the big one of the weekend, or the big one on
Yeah.
Saturday, I should say. But yeah, rolling back the years, Danny Welbeck, he's in some serious shape. To be fair to him,
Yeah, in that age as well. I think he's born
yeah,
in 1990, like you and I. So,
yeah, I couldn't be doing that, mate. So
oh, really?
for fucking 90 minutes on a Saturday
Fuck,
afternoon, no
fucking yeah.
chance, no
Oh, so
chance.
so okay, so it's the thing that is on the Saturday afternoon. Habit.
Tuesday night, mate, absolutely,
Oh yeah, yeah.
piece of
No
piss.
worries. Okay. Anyway, good win for Brighton, and
Oh, massive, yeah.
yeah, it seems that they are really good home side this season, having beat Manchester United, Manchester City. I think both Manchester teams they beat. I think,
They
didn't
definitely
they?
beat City. They drew
Yeah,
Tottenham at home as well. I don't know if they played Man United, to be fair. They might have
I
done.
don't know. Anyway, some seriously good results. Flying a little bit under the radar. I feel, but it's still just match week 8, as you mentioned before. So we'll see if they can keep that up. But yeah, a little bit under the radar informed team actually.
Yeah, yeah. I'm beating in 4. I
I
think I
mean,
just
yeah,
see
yeah.
there that actually they've got United next, so they haven't played him yet.
Okay, and drew. Okay, so drew against Tottenham, won against Manchester City, beat Chelsea away just the other weekend. So
Yeah.
and now Newcastle. So some big teams there. So uh, good on Brighton. Moving on. If you don't have any more to add for that one.
No, I did not, mate. Obviously, maybe one point to touch upon is another goal for the new number nine at
Baltimore.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yes, Voltemade. Replacing obviously Isak and his goals is he's come to.
He scored. I think he scored his first for Germany as well for the national team last weekend. So
Yeah, he's having a good start to the season. Long may it continue for the lad. Big boots to fill, but he's doing a good job so far.
yeah, I haven't heard of him. I hadn't heard of him before he went to Newcastle. Before he was rumored there, so
I
I
mean,
had no clue.
yeah, I mean to be honest, I don't blame you, but the only way I heard about him was because of the under 21 championships in the summer when
Okay,
England were playing, obviously.
okay, yeah. Well, there you go. Not
And he's a
everyone
big,
keeps
6 foot fucking six, whatever he
track
was,
on that one.
striker.
So mm.
But the money that banded about in the summer and obviously what they paid for him was fucking madness. But either way, he's hit the ground running. So
Oh yeah.
long may that continue for him.
Yep. Burnley Leeds, the
Burnley
newcomers
Leeds, mate.
meeting. Yeah.
This
Um.
this
Yeah.
is
Go ahead.
another one I mean, I can't, well, we can't claim perhaps the Brighton one because we both kind of went for 1-1 in that one. We settled on 1-1. We did obviously, or you did
Yeah,
speak about.
that was a good guess, like one result. Yeah, it sounds really good, but leading towards a Brighton win.
Yeah,
But yeah,
exactly.
oh, okay.
I'll let you have that. You were leaning towards that at a
Yeah,
push.
yeah.
And then obviously Chelsea, we both said Chelsea would win that one, so that's good. Burnley again. This was the one where you started with Leeds, the better side, the better squad, or
Yeah.
whatever, and then you did a
Mhm.
complete 180 and went with a home win for Burnley. As you were talking, it kind of sounded like you were talking yourself into a Burnley win as you
Mhm.
continued, which was
Yeah, yes,
fantastic.
yeah, and the outcome was 2-0. And having said that, that Leeds actually they have the best squad at the moment. They are the best team. Um, that I think showed in the expected goals and possession today. The expected goals for Leeds, well, yesterday, sorry. Um, Expected goal for Leeds. I don't know if you saw the stats for this, but
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
2.63
Yeah,
against Burnley's 0.45.
that's
Mm.
why. That's why
69-31 possession for Leeds. So I'm just saying they are the best team, but Burnley
stats go
has
out the
done their
window,
homework.
mate.
They actually have been promoted to Premier League, scoring these this time around. So it's another Burnley team, mate. I'm telling you.
Okay, so now you've seen eight. We've got 8 games under our belts. Eight game weeks.
Mhm.
Who of these two, or maybe both, are going down?
Burnley still, I think.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
And what about
because you
Leeds? Do
can't
they
keep
survive? Do Leeds
because you
survive?
got. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, because they've sort of started from the on the right end, with the defensively, and just trying to keep a clean sheet, and we'll take it from there. We'll see how it goes. And they performed really well in other games as well. And they, according to the stats here, they performed quite well. And it seemed like they didn't really just have the luck wasn't on their side. So it was just maybe one of those games for them today. But I feel that they have they're capable enough to stay up. Burnley, you can't keep that going. 0.45 in expected goals with 31% of possession in that kind of game. What happens then when you play bigger teams,
Yeah,
which they have,
they
and they have
have.
lost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
narrowly still, but just
Yeah.
still losses there. So for me, Leeds, if I had to choose for between these two,
But if
fair enough.
if we if they are to stay up, these are the games they need to be winning. Regardless of the stats and regardless of they
Sure,
had 31% possession, they won the game 2-0.
sure.
These are the games that keep them
Well,
in the Premier League in the long run, beating the teams around you, beating the teams that are going to be more than likely fighting down there with you.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess Scott
Yeah,
Parker's
no, sure.
obviously the
But
happier.
speaking of the stats, Leeds with these kind of stats, Leeds will win 19 out of 20 games, probably.
Yeah,
Uh,
but then yeah,
but yeah, well,
but if
they will just play each other twice, so they might slash a win at Ellen Road as well. So yeah, what do I know?
true,
Yeah.
but what I know we spoke about this a couple of episodes ago, and like game state for example. Obviously,
That's that.
Burnley scored after like 18, 20 minutes, whatever it was. So
Mm.
then when they get in front, they don't need to score. They don't need to play expansive football. They can sit in, they can, say Leeds break us down then and give up the ball. They're confident in their defensive shape, confident in their defensive abilities. So maybe it's a combination where the stats are a little bit skewed in effect because it wasn't a true representation of
Yeah,
Burnley.
yeah, exactly. And I think that's the exact word you used before as well.
So
That
yeah,
is that's a
so
bit
that was just
skewed a
that
little
to,
bit. So
to
yeah,
note. But
yeah, it's a fair point.
but yeah, either way, I'm in agreement with you about that in general anyway. So for a
Lovely,
change.
jubbly. Moving on then to going to London, mate. Crystal Palace, Bournemouth,
Yes.
3-3 game. I don't know, mate. It was. Can can you say that that was inevitable for it to be like 3-3? These two informed teams. There will be goals. Who's going to win? It can't really separate them. So just throw in a 3-3 result. It adds up a little bit. It's a reasonable uh, result in a way.
Yeah.
Mateta scoring again, like a hat trick, and he scored for France. He scored. He scored. I don't know. He's scoring more than I don't know. He's
Did you?
he's scoring like I don't know, mate. So
What did you see? He was in the news in the week as he had a bit of a fallout with. Did you see that?
I don't know
So basically, he was in the
with
news in
who,
the week.
with whom.
With whom for perfect English, mate?
No, yeah.
With Wilfred Zaha, ex Crystal
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Palace legend, and basically came out of a story and said that when he first arrived at Palace, he was telling people that he was going to make the France national team, and at the time he wasn't playing; he was on the bench.
Zaha said that.
No, Mateta said that about
Ah, okay.
himself.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, Mateta said in an interview that Zaha basically laughed about it or sniggered or whatever in the change.
Ah, okay.
Fucking
Sure.
guys are in the change room. So I don't think he meant anything malicious by it or anything like that. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Zaha kind of took it that way and went on social media and started talking some shit, basically. But regardless,
Yeah, of course
he
he did
was he
because
was in the news,
yeah.
and then he follows it up by getting a hat trick. He missed a massive chance, though, right at the death, to win the game for Palace over the bar from kind of 6, 7 yards out, which would have just put the icing on the cake for him and maybe left a bit of a sour taste for him in that one. But again, Palace clawed back 2 goals, 2-0 down. Then they went 3-2 down after coming back and still managed deep into stoppage time to get, secure a point. So
An ice
great
cold
game, great
penalty
game.
for yeah. That was a really self-esteem penalty taken. It was
Oh,
that was
so
a
nonchalant on it.
penalty taken with loads of self-esteem. It's just sort of an informed
Just,
sort
yeah.
of penalty thing that in that
In,
in that in that situation in that uh, 97th minute you can score a hat trick. You will save a point for your team and doing it in the way he did that just reeks confidence for me.
It's one of those penalties where it looks fantastic when it comes off, but if the goalie goes the
If it
right way, it
doesn't,
looks fucking
he looks like
horrendous.
a
Do you know what I
fucking
mean?
yeah.
But yeah, exactly. A great game from him, obviously, from a personal standpoint, and
Mm.
Bournemouth unlucky to not come away with all 3 points after leading for majority of the game.
Yeah, sure. And we sort of we didn't warn people about it, but we said that this will be our main game because this will be interesting for the neutral supporters. So it was a fantastic game to watch. This,
Yeah,
two
yeah, it
informed
really was.
teams, and the manager battle as well. It was really interesting to see. So it had more or less everything. So 3-3 for that one. Um, Perfect. Moving on
Yes,
to the
moving
next goal
swiftly on.
machine, Manchester City, Everton 2-0. It ended. So yeah, Holland
Yes.
with a brace. What's your take?
I mean, yeah, obviously he's inevitable at this point. He's inevitable. Um,
If he gets the service, mate, he's more or less unstoppable. So
well, that's the thing. Get him the service, and he will score. He's going to miss chances. Of course, he's he is a fucking robot where he scores basically every fucking game, but he still misses chances.
mm,
But he gets enough chances. He also creates chances for himself with his movement. And it's not just a case of him being static in the box and they just finding him. He's making some intelligent runs, peeling off the defender, and he's like I say, he's inevitable. It's one of those things where I think we mentioned it before, or we didn't actually mention it. We mentioned it off the podcast where Grealish wasn't available to play because of the stupid fucking loan rules in the Premier League.
yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was a permanent transfer. But
But
okay,
that obviously affected everything. But listen, I'm happy.
of
I
course.
predicted 2-0 City.
Hmm.
I'm happy with that.
I can see that in your eyes. That is
The less said, the
pure
better, mate.
happiness there. Yeah, yeah. Not much else to talk about for that one. Just as you said, Grealish couldn't play because not eligible because of he was apparently on loan. I thought that was a permanent transfer. Um, and that was one of the players we spoke about who could be a potential match winner. He has that in him. The other one was Beto.
He had a great
But
chance, to be fair.
yeah, so when you take out Grealish from the equation, then going to the Etihad, okay, just try to keep the numbers down a little bit. So, and that's what they did. So 2-0, sort of inevitable for Everton, maybe. Uh, just
They
they are
had their
not
chances, to be fair.
too down for this. I think two okay, whatever. Moving on. I think that is the feeling of the team now.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Actually,
that's the mindset for them coming off the back. I think a
yeah.
lot of teams that go to the Etihad or to Anfield or the Emirates go
Mm,
with the idea of this is a free hit for us. See what we can take away. If we come away with nothing, we won't expect anything, so
mm,
we can continue on our way, kind of thing.
yeah.
And listen, Everton had a couple of early good chances, as mentioned Beto there. He had a great chance, kind of early doors that first half. Had a shout for a penalty as well on Bernardo Silva. I'm not too sure how I feel about that one per se, with his arm being in, you know,
Okay, I haven't seen it,
fairly,
unfortunately, but
I want to say fairly natural position.
okay.
So it would be hard. I wouldn't be happy if it was called against us. Put it that way.
Mm,
So can't be
mm.
too critical of that. But again, new
And I
team
guess us
result.
he means Arsenal, so just that's going to shine through a little bit.
If that's not clear with the the two
Yeah.
tops we've got on and our loving support of the Spurs to come.
Mhm. Yeah. Anyway, Manchester City, Everton 2-0. That one ended. Not much else to talk about that. So moving on to Sunday, Wolverhampton, and I must say that quite impressed with Sunderland here still, because we both know that Wolverhampton hasn't won a game yet. They are yet to win, as they say. So, uh, but this is still this is a a match Sunderland still has to win. You know, it has to be done. You can't just go there and just, of course, we're gonna win against Wolverhampton. So you know, the match needs to be played still.
Hmm.
And they had about the same XG, so 2-0 coming, you know, straight from a international break. Favorites,
Mm.
you know, as a newcomer as well, and just you know, dust that one off, you know, a little bit with a 2-0 win. That is quite impressive, actually, if you when you look at it. So, um, also Stadium of Light playing its part, you know, to being the 12th man, which they need, I think, this season. And it turns out that has been a huge, you know, that's been hugely helpful for them with the home crowd there, you know,
Hmm.
with home fans. So yeah, that is impressive. Gran Xhaka uh, played the whole game again. Haven't impressed now with Switzerland. Not too difficult being impressive against Sweden, but you
Hmm.
know, uh, still. He really. It seems like that he's really thriving there at the moment. You know, being the captain, having that role, knowing like he is the captain, and he's also the leader in the team, and that not necessarily that that don't that doesn't have to be the same thing, you know, every time being the captain and the leader. So, but he's playing that part really well. Um, Focusing on Wolverhampton a little bit though, do
Hmm.
you think they will turn around? How? And you know, how will they do it? And you know, will they do it? Is my
Um,
question. Because if they can't take anything, if they can't get anything out of from this game, then which are the games that they're gonna pick up points in?
great, yeah, great point. I mean, obviously tough early season form in terms of, you know, we're in match week 8, game week 8, whatever, and they've not won a game yet. You know, Sunderland are unbeaten at home, but they didn't look they didn't look bad, to be honest. I think they had lion's share of possession. They had some good chances as well. I just think they're not getting the rub of the green per se. Now,
Old expression, yeah.
you know, 3 4 weeks ago, or maybe even 2 weeks ago, we were talking about managers that are going to get the sack, and talking about Graham Potter and Postecoglou, and you know, talking about Pereira at Wolves, and obviously I was saying he's surely going to be one of the first at the top of the list, and you basically told me he signed a new contract after
Yeah.
that was after the first 4 games or something where he lost
Oh
all
yeah,
four.
yeah, yeah,
So they're kind of in a bit of a situation where they've got to stick with him,
yeah.
and I don't see how you get out of this because you know I think next week they
Whatever
go.
they are doing, it's not working out for them. So
Well,
uh,
yeah.
a funny thing is though, you know, because you mentioned that we are just in match week 8, and you
Mm.
know when you are top of the table, you know, like you're looking at Arsenal, Liverpool, whatever, you know, it's like, oh, we're in, you know, it's only match week 8. We'll see what happens. A lot can happen, a lot can change. But when you look at the teams, like you know, when you look at Wolverhampton, fucking hell, mate, it's actually match week 8. We haven't done shit yet,
Mm.
you know. So it's you really, depending on where you are in the table, you look at this being match week 8, you look at it differently because they are starting to panic a little bit now because they haven't won yet. So, but do you know what I mean? So, but when you're top of the table, then you know, well, it's only match week 8. Well, for Wolverhampton,
Yeah,
it's fucking it's match week 8. We haven't done anything yet. So
but I think that's where the difference comes in. That is the fact that you talk about obviously the top end of the table. It's only match week 8, yet plenty of games to play and obviously
yeah,
to go. But those teams at the top of the table are looking to win games and are likely to win games against a lot of the teams in the league, where you can say, yeah, it's going to be close when you play each other and the other teams at the top of the table. But if you're at the bottom without a win after 8 games, it's not like
yeah, exactly.
it's
So
not like you can just go, oh, it's all right, we're going to go on a 5 game winning run and see where
yeah,
we
no,
go.
sure, yeah, exactly,
It,
exactly.
it's like fucking hell. Where's
Yeah,
this
and
point? Where's the next
that's the
win
reason.
come?
Obviously, that's the reason. I'm just saying that
But
it's fascinating how different that is. It's
oh,
just
for sure.
I
But
don't know, just
if they don't win next
like it.
weekend, they've got Burnley at home next weekend. If they do not win that game,
Oh, mate, they
they
won't.
might as well chuck it in. Genuinely, because you know
But it's,
9 games without a win. Okay,
yeah,
is is
tell me a manager
ridiculous.
who wouldn't get sacked with that statistic. So mm.
Yeah, something's got to change, and
Yeah,
and
exactly. And
the
I
transfer window
don't.
is closed, so they can't bring anyone in.
Yeah, and I don't know how he signed a new contract. Do you know what I mean? So
I don't.
it's interesting to follow. Whatever aspect, and whichever team there's always something within every single Premier League team that is so interesting and fascinating to
then
to follow and to follow up on. Yeah.
okay. So here's a question for you.
Okay.
He signed a new contract. They obviously clearly think he's the long-term manager for the club.
Mhm.
At what point do they press the fucking red button on him this season and go, fuck, we've made a mistake? At what, 15 games without a win? 12 games without a win?
Yeah,
Where is that?
yeah, it has to be there somewhere. Maybe there's like a thing in his contract, because obviously, but listen. Obviously, we don't know the clauses. We don't know the details of the contract. So maybe it said like, well, if you haven't got us out of the relegation, uh, places within the being in match week 12 or 15, as you mentioned, and then we can just press the button and off you fucking go, without any pay or whatever. I don't know,
That
because
would that would be
that could be something like a little thing
incredible.
in the contract. Okay, we're signing a new contract with you now, but if we aren't out of the relegation zone within like 8 games for the next 8 games. So if he signed the contract in match week 4, then that means match week 12 he has to be out of the relegation zone. Otherwise, he's out. Maybe, I don't know.
But what
Talk
there's
about fucking speculation.
what you're in this scenario of yours, they're sitting down with the manager after losing 4 games on the spin and going, listen, Victor, I think his name's Victor. We think, or Mr. Pereira, we'll
Kenneth,
call him.
maybe also. We don't know.
We think you're the long term manager for us. However,
Mm.
if you do not get us out of this shit that you've put us
Mm.
in, we're still prepared to offer you this lovely new contract for the next
Oh, yeah,
four
yeah, yeah,
years or
yeah.
whatever.
New
However,
lovely flat in Wolverhampton,
yeah,
downtown Wolverhampton.
where
Yeah, you can't
we're
say
gonna
no
put
to
in a
that, can you?
clause just in case because you've not started the season well. You don't quite deserve this contract that we're giving you just yet. So we'll give it to you, but we'll put a clause in there because we're not fully
Can you
sure if
imagine?
you are the
Can
man
you
for the
imagine?
job.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
but maybe they have. Maybe they're smart like that. I don't know, but
Mm.
it's interesting either way. Like you say, to follow how they get on and how they progress because next week's a massive game now for them.
Who would though be interested in taking over Wolverhampton? Who's free on the market? Who's you know
Rafa Benitez, Roberto Mancini,
Graham Potter still?
Marinakis.
Graham Potter looking to take over the Swedish national team, but nothing is signed yet. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, enough
Hey,
of the
that's a great signing
speculation.
for me.
Moving on to the late kickoff, which obviously was the London London derby for us.
Mm-hmm.
Fulham Arsenal. Yep. And for me, that was a game that Fulham actually created a little bit in the opening stages of opening stages of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Actually, a couple of decent chances to be fair, but it was one of those games where the machine, as people tend to call Arsenal, now
Mm-hmm.
they just took over more and more and more. The longer the match went. So, um, and grabbing that 1-0 win away at Craven Cottage just straight off the international break, with loads of South Americans coming into play as well. Not loads of them, but Gabriel is one of them at
Martinelli.
least.
Mm.
Martinelli as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And we touched upon this in the preview that if they get the win here, where that actually sends a huge message to to the league. So I think they've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Getting this win in the way that they did, just sort of nitty gritty win in a way. So that was perfect. Can we just speak about the penalty shout that was Saka? I still don't understand how is that not a penalty for me? And I'm trying to look at it so it's in so many different ways, but I can't get out of my head, how is that not a penalty?
Uh,
He struck the ball first, the referee said. I'm trying to look at it. No, he doesn't. He doesn't for me.
yeah, that's listen, I think it's I'm in two minds about it because, like you say, he's given the penalty. Okay,
Mm.
so the threshold that we've been told so many fucking times is the bar's super high. It needs to be a clear and obvious error. It's not clear and obvious that he got the
Yeah,
ball
just
first.
don't get me started, mate. We don't have time for that.
No, we don't.
Seriously.
But no, we generally don't. But
Mm.
it the bar's supposed to be, if it's a clear and obvious error, it's not clear and obvious that he got the ball first before he takes Saka out of the knee. Okay, so for me, you have to go with the on-field decision is a penalty because there's no clear evidence. They
Yeah,
have to
there you
slow
go.
the fucking replay down to see that he actually even connects with the ball, and it's the absolute minute touch of the ball. But listen, he touched the ball, fair enough. But he makes contact further up the leg of Saka first at the
Of
knee,
course.
and they're just looking at the touch. Oh, he touched the ball, he touched the ball, so it's not a penalty. But that's not how it works, as we were fucking told a few weeks
Yeah,
ago by
exactly. Yeah,
Howard
yeah,
Webb
yeah.
again. But suddenly we're on the receiving end. That's the second week now where we've been given a penalty and it's been overturned
Yeah.
again. And we've been told time and time again, like I just said, the bar is so fucking high for them to overturn referee decisions. They're not to
Mm.
re-referee the game, yada yada yada. And it's like it just fucking annoys me. I, but on the same hand, it's very very soft. You know,
Is it? Mm.
it's a soft penalty for me. It is a penalty, but it's a soft one. And the fact he gets the ball, the fact that I think is a penalty is because the on-field referee or the decision was made. You cannot overturn it because you cannot be 100% clear or sure that he touched the ball before he took out Saka.
Yeah, and either way, it wasn't clear and obvious.
That's
That
what I mean.
no one can disagree with that not being clear and obvious. So,
Exactly, because
but are we the retarded ones now? Because that might not even be the case anymore. With the clear and obvious thing.
well,
You know,
it's been
maybe
bollocks
that
from day one. To be fair,
maybe
mate.
that is just something that somebody mentioned when they introduced VAR.
Nah, but
Maybe that doesn't really apply anymore. I don't know
no,
because we've seen so many times, so much, endless fucking situations with this, these stupid decisions. So maybe that thing with situation has have to be clear and obvious. Maybe that's just that doesn't apply anymore.
Well,
That's not a thing anymore. Maybe
how that the
something
head
I
of the
missed. Then
fucking referee
I don't know.
association, the PGMOL, comes out every Monday night and says clear and obvious. He uses the word clear and fucking obvious every week
Oh,
to
do they?
back
Okay.
up his points.
Well, there you go then.
And
Yep.
you know, tarnish it or paint it in whichever
Mm-hmm.
fucking way the wind blows. That puts them in a good light. So no, and why we're talking about refs, mate. I didn't want to get onto the refs too much because
And
they
30
fucking wind
seconds.
me up. But the fucking when Declan Rice had the ball, he was under pressure. He slid in and he knocked it. I can't remember who played it to, Calafiori or somebody, and we're suddenly breaking towards Fulham's box, and Jimenez went for it and missed and took out his own man. I think it was Josh King he took out and tapped him in the face with his fucking hand. He went down
Mm.
holding his face, obviously, because he got a little tap to the face. And Anthony Taylor, I
Oh,
watched him. We were breaking forward, and he's looked back at Josh King, and then he's looked back again, and we're going literally, we're on the edge of Fulham's box. And I can't remember who was driving forward, but someone was driving forward with the ball and looked for a pass. And he's looked back again at King, and he's doing that thing where he's not got followed the play. He's still turning around looking, and then he's like, "Oh no, shit, we got to blow because he's head injury," and he's doing all this bollocks. I'm thinking, you can see he's led on the floor the moment it happens. He's
yeah,
clocked it. He's looking at it. Why have you waited until we've gone 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds down the pitch? We're on the edge of the box now and now
yeah,
you're blowing it. Like it's so frustrating because he did the same fucking thing when last season when we played Liverpool at home and Kivior won the ball off Szoboszlai or somebody or Jones or whoever it was in the air, and he waited and waited, and the ball bounced to Havertz who knocked it over the goalkeeper, and it ended up being a goal. But then he blew his whistle as
mm.
Havertz like knocked it past Kelleher or whatever it was, and he was like, "No, no, no, goal! I blew my whistle already." Like he waited to see the play develop before then deciding on let me bring it. Like it pisses me off so much.
Yeah. Dot did the same thing with offside decisions.
Yeah, again, there's so many players that get injured or something because they're busting their bollocks to get back,
Yeah,
and they don't put the flag up, and then they put the
yeah,
flag up,
no,
and it's like,
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
fuck's
No, I
sake.
agree. It has to be. Yeah, that is something we can speak about. For like 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes.
Oh yeah,
So we don't really have time. So I super duper agree with you.
yeah,
It's
but
weird. It
but
is weird.
just very quickly,
Yeah.
regardless of the ref, Arsenal were fucking horrendous in that first half. Towards the end of the first half, a few bright spells looked to do something there, and the second half was much of a muchness again. I did not feel confident or comfortable at any moment in that game, thinking we
Mm.
looked like we were going to score. To be honest, so I was very happy when we did.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's one of those games where we didn't play very well. It felt like it was, I don't know, the everyone was missing shots or passes, or when they
Yeah,
got
we're
in a
gonna
good
end up
position
losing
they
this. Yeah.
huh.
Yeah, it was like, oh, we're gonna end up losing this.
Yeah, it felt very much in that vein. But again, 3 points, another game where we lost or dropped points last season, where we've won this season.
Yeah, I think Fulham took 4 points from Arsenal
Yeah,
last season.
so
So
and obviously West Ham before that, and,
yeah,
and Newcastle before that. So that's 9 points we didn't have last season,
yeah,
which we can be pleased about. So yeah,
yeah, yeah. Perfect, perfect.
win those games.
Yeah, the big one for today then. Um Trying to just finish off with this one. Liverpool, Manchester United, and I told you before uh, a couple of minutes ago that we were going to speak about betting. Yeah,
Yes.
and so I did like a stupid bet on this one. Um, it was a bet build, I think you call it. Yeah, where Liverpool had to have at least 7 corners. Um,
Check.
yeah, hit the post or the bar, like hit the frame.
Liverpool had to, or anyone.
Yeah, Liverpool,
Okay, check.
check. The match to end in a draw or Manchester United win. So a double chance of on Manchester United, check.
Check.
Right, and goals in both halves, check.
Big check, mate.
Yeah, yeah. The odds were ridiculously low actually for this, but you know, £60
Hey,
was on a £5 stake. So a £5 stake, that is huge.
fucking yeah.
Like a steak
Oh,
eaten, I
if
mean.
I got you now. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I was miles away there.
Anyway. It was just a confidence boost to get that one.
What made you play that?
You did actually. Because you showed me this ridiculous bet where you went 3-0 for Aston Villa, 3-0 Manchester United,
By the
just for
way,
the fucking sake of it. So I just, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do something stupid for just for this game.
mhm.
So that's actually why. So it's your fault a little bit,
I'll take 50%
or
of
actually
the
thanks to
50% of
you.
the
Yeah.
earnings.
I don't think we spoke at all about that actually before. No, but
Yeah.
anyway, just not too much money involved here, but just a confidence boost.
Confidence
But
boost, a bank balance boost as well to let you throw it all away next weekend. Um,
yeah, it's basically money back for the betting I did this weekend. So
but
anyway, happy days. Manchester United did claim the win then. Harry Maguire.
Harry
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 fucking Maguire.
Maguire. Yeah, and listen,
Again, we should say he's the best. I think that he's the Manchester United's top scorer, maybe in the last I don't know, couple of seasons. It seems like he turns up in the big games, scoring these decisive goals.
hmm
He has that sort of ability. So
I mean, he's gone through the fucking ringer with them over the past couple of seasons, where he was the most hated man in Manchester for a good while there, and he's come out the other side. And listen, like you say, he seems to pop up and get big goals in these big games, and none more so than today, where picks up all 3 points, and just to
that's a big win for Manchester United
just
and for Amorim as well.
yeah, I was literally about to say it's. I saw a tweet afterwards or a stat afterwards that it was his first time he's won back-to-back Premier League games since he's taken charge of United, which is a fucking mental stat to be honest.
Yeah, that is weird. That is super weird.
But listen, this is what you actually spoke about last weekend or in midweek in the
Yeah.
preview, where you mentioned the win against Sunderland being like a momentum shift for them. Maybe they're up for it. Maybe it kickstarts something.
Mm.
I thought they were very, very good today. Really, really impressed, I should say, with them.
Mm.
Obviously, you know, predicted that they would win more so in the way that you never know what Man United team's going to turn up in these big games, these big away
Mm.
games. But for me to see, them win the game as well, I mean,
Mm.
I'm delighted with that. To be fair, I fucking hate Man United, as you well know, and I think you are more bloody against them than I am. But I'm very, very pleased when I saw Maguire's big meathead on the end of that one. And then, yeah, so
I was yeah. It's
a Super Sunday upset, or double upset if we talk about the fucking Spurs game as well.
but yeah. Sorry, we were about to forget one. I did. Anyway, the Tottenham syndrome. They're doing quite well. It's gaining a little bit of momentum. Again,
Yep.
a couple of good games under their belts, but then they just go ahead and fucking lose against a home to Aston Villa. In this manner.
hmm
Uh, they're doing well and just fucking it up. That's
Yeah.
just a Tottenham syndrome a little bit. Did you see Aston Villa's second goal, by the way?
Mate, the first of all,
Amazing goal.
the absolute technique from Matty Cash from the halfway line to find
Yeah,
his first
yeah,
touch was unbelievable.
yeah.
And then yeah, then the finish was yeah, the
It
finish was
just
the
had to
worst.
end it with a
The
goal.
finish
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the finish was the worst part of the sequence.
yeah. And that was quite good. So,
But it was very good still. But
mm.
no, yeah. I mean, their first goal was fucking good as well from Rogers.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
That
I
was a
thought that
nice
was
finish.
a little bit more in the corner actually. You know, when I saw it the first
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And then the replay, it dipped over Vicario a little bit more than
yeah, a little
I
bit
expected, but
disappointed there, but yeah, still a very very good goal.
very good goal. And
Yeah. Well,
it's
but there you go. There you go.
and
Aston Villa.
it's another Aston Villa 2-1 prediction, mate.
Yeah,
In my
yeah,
back
yeah.
pocket.
And you linked it to me as soon as the final whistle blew there. So, yeah, humble.
No. It's completely the fact that I just was like, yeah, fuck it, mate. Fuck them. 2-1 Villa.
Yeah, yeah, it's
I
nice.
but I didn't actually believe in like I thought that Villa could win the game. Obviously, like we mentioned, Spurs have this innate ability to lose home games.
Very strange. It doesn't really matter which personnel, which
No, it
manager,
doesn't.
which it's just a
There's
Tottenham
a
thing.
thing.
That's a Tottenham syndrome, mate.
And,
Yeah.
and this game had that written all over it for me. But I still
Mm.
thought Spurs would win the game. And obviously, after 5 minutes going 1-0 up, I was like, okay, well, fucking hell, cheers.
Mhm.
But yeah, so listen.
A nice win for Unai Emery as well. I think he's been a little bit under pressure, so
Yeah. Was Emmy
this might
Martinez at
actually.
fault for that first goal, mate?
Hey?
Was Emmy Martinez at fault for the first goal? Could Marco Bizot get a little?
Oh, definitely Marco Bizot will be in goal for the next couple of games.
Hopefully, mate, because it's getting fucking harder to
Yeah.
include him in this
I
podcast.
need, yeah, I need him to be like a subject in an interview, mate. So I need this. I mean, fucking, the people need this. Just speak about it. He doesn't even have to play. Even just mention it. Just a
Just,
little
just give us a,
nod, a little
just give
bit.
us a
Yeah, yeah,
snippet
yeah.
to
Just
feed
make
off.
him say Marco Bizot. So
And
who's
what
gonna
about
play
your
goal then?
substitute goalkeeper?
So yeah, yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
So Martinez will not be in goal for the next game. Marco Bizot. Yeah, but what do you do? What do you think about Martinez being sort of signed for Manchester United? Marco Bizot. Okay, I haven't even fucking asked the question yet, but yeah, okay, Marco
I have to watch it
Bizot.
again. I have to watch it again. He's brilliant. He's a
Mm.
character, mate. He's needed.
I doesn't matter. I just have to listen to it. Gives me that's pleasure enough for me. That's super duper.
Oh,
Anyway,
for sure. All good, mate.
yeah,
Just got a notification saying the battery on the old laptop's running down, so perfect timing to no one is still here right now, so that's fine.
are you gonna end the podcast now with a new song?
Uh,
The new a little snippet with from one of the country songs I sent you.
Absolutely, mate. That'll be on. Cheers for the extra work. I appreciate that, mate. Um,
Yeah, for the next preview, you're gonna also do the stats, coming up on the
yeah, the
screen that
results.
that you
I'm gonna
mentioned.
have the
Yeah.
results of our predictions in the next preview
Okay.
one. So stay
That's gonna
tuned
put a
for
lot of
that.
pressure on us. So.
There's a lot of pressure on you, mate, after the week I've had.
Yeah. I
Oh,
haven't even
anyway,
mentioned £1,000 I won like a
I was
fortnight ago or like 3 weeks ago or whatever that was.
listen.
A
That's the
little bit
thing.
on a roll, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
that's the thing, mate. I can predict these things, but I never back them. I back the fucking things that never come in. I haven't won a bet in fuck knows how long. So I'll leave that to you, mate. You can be all the winning. I'll just fucking sit here and predict them.
Yeah, just taking the inspiration from you. So, as I said, that was thanks to you that I made this bet today. So, keep posting wherever you need to post, or link it, or tell me about some weird shit that you want to bet on, and I'll just take some inspiration from there
I,
and
t-
make
I,
it into a winning bet. Actually, you know.
exactly, mate. Take what you see from me and just fucking change. Just completely change it.
Yeah, yeah. You are cursed. A
I
curse
feel
has
that way.
been bestowed upon
Hey,
you.
hey, very, very quickly, because we're cutting this short now, but very, very quickly, there was a Scottish fourth division game I saw today that finished 0-0, and there was a bunch of like Turkish fans on the teams. Like the team tweeted full time 0-0, whatever two teams it was, Forfar and Clyde or something.
Mhm.
And there was a bunch of like Turkish fans in the comments saying basically, "What the fuck? Football's rigged, you fucking dickheads," and all this stuff. Because there was apparently like a tipster online or something that was tipping this game to have like over fucking 5 goals or something stupid. And all these like Turkish fans had followed this tipster and put a load of money on it being like, 4-1 or
Yeah,
whatever,
loads of
5.
goals. Yeah.
And it finished 0-0. And in the comment section is just these absolute raging Turkish fans saying like calling for the death of all these
How
people
come?
because they
Oh yeah. Oh
it
my
was it
God.
was it radical, mate, mental,
Oh
but
shit.
but
How
great
come?
fun,
Yeah.
great fun to
How
see.
did that was really specific, with the Turkish fans.
I
How
don't
did
know.
that come about, with the Turkish fans
I'm
going
gonna
up
I'm
to?
gonna dig a little bit deeper into this story, and I'll bring it for the preview for next week.
Finish it on the preview, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, rounding off, mate.
all
You
the
had a
best,
good night,
mate.
sir. Work in
You
the
too,
morning,
mate.
so I need to recharge my batteries a little
Beautiful.
bit. Yeah. So I'll talk to you in the week, but preview Friday night. Looking forward to that.
Absolutely, mate. Back to normal.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cheers, mate. Have a good night.
You too, mate. Speak soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.